All the level of English sentences you have generated so far, I don't think there is any big problem for you to talk to me in English. Easy one, challenging one. I don't think there's no problem for you to generate those kinds of sentences, right? So my question, what exactly brought you here? Why did you pick up this very interesting or intriguing content, I believe? I think so. Ig Nobel Prize. And what is this? I do want you to say your own ideas. Do you understand me? That's why I totally ask you to answer these questions. Okay? I'm going to take a look at this. All right, here we go. The Ig Nobel Prize. All right. And I do want you, do you have this? All right, good. And D, this is a kind of, what is that? This is a pronoun. This is. And the Ig Nobel Prize is is D prize? All right. What about, is it prize or is it? All right, an award. Good. The prize that's given to, or you can say an award or award, is given to, good, scientists who, oh yeah, although this is pretty much, yeah, I totally understand why you chose did, the past tense verb. But this is happening. I said, if something happened and something is happening, something's going to happen. Considering that, I always ask you to choose what? The present tense sentence, a present tense verb. So why don't you just say conduct? Right? Conduct experiments, conduct surveys, conduct experimental practices, things like that. So, given that we're dealing with scientist stuff, then I think the verb conduct is more appropriate. Understand? Okay, good. So conduct novel and creative studies. Good. In 2023 Ig Nobel Prize, that is okay. I think you should put the article, the in between somewhere here. Where? Do you say in the 2023 or in 2003 the Ig Nobel? You should put here the 2023 Ig Nobel Prize. Good. There were 10 fields. Good. No problem. Okay. But letter awkward. I mean, I want you to 10 fields. Or here we go. All right. Words. I'm sorry. Were presented. In 10 fields. Such as, why don't you just put including instead? Do you remember? Hey, teacher, isn't it all right? Such as, good. Oh, what, David? What is this big, huge difference between such as and including? Yes, I can tell you. Including is more likely to appear in this sort of article. Okay, including mechanical engineering. Good. And what else? Nutrition, oral science, and physics. Good. And this is a personal question, Young Yoon. Among these fields you just mentioned here, listed here, which of those or some other fields that were not here you know, were you very into? You might say, I am into something that you prefer this field over the others. What is this field that you're very into? Chemistry. Good. Chemistry. Because you want a girlfriend. Chemistry. It's all about chemistry. You know, the chemistry runs between you and your potential girlfriend, whom you don't have now. I hope so. Right. There's no major grammatical problem. No. Good. Still, the problem is add your own ideas. And you can say here, I wish, right? There were. You can add your own, like your own, your own field, the field that you wish, you know, to be here, such as you said a 10 field, and you strongly recommend the committee of Ig Nobel, the Ig Nobel Prize committee. You personally strongly ask them to put one more field into it. What is it? No? How about like a geology, the animal related research? It's like I want a robotronic device that sucks up that sucks up the animal waste, you know, laying low on the ground of any park. Right. So I was going to fetch a hand, you know, this kind of the hand lock. I mean, the door lock was broken. So I had to get another one. So on the way home, I saw so many lumps and, you know, lumps, like 덩어리 masses of dog shit. I thought someone was irresponsible. Weren't they supposed to be responsible for taking care of the dog shit on the ground? So here we go. Among these fields in public, what is it? In public health, good. Among these, good. And in public, Dr. Park Seung-min, obviously Korean. All right. He's it's quite interesting. Urologist. Why don't you put here? Urologist professor at Stanford Medical School. Ooh, received a prize. Ooh, no, you should put 4, because 4, when you put 4, this way, this indicate the reason. Okay, why the previous sentence happened. So for that reason, I want you to put 4 here, and for making perfectly. Or making or developing, how about that? Or inventing, innovating, whatever. Inventing. I do believe those words can be replaced or substituted for the word making. Smart toilet, is it countable, right? Is a smart toilet which can really diagnose several diseases by analyzing. No, come on, you are dealing with the Ig Nobel Prize thing, or these kind of article must be found in some kind of science magazine or science journal. But you say popes, that is these exactly, spoken by or used by young generation, like children, or a child's expression. So what do you say? Feces. Can you say feces? Feces. Feces is much better. And shit? No. What about human waste? Much better. If its color or just the color, if the color, that's enough. If the color of the feces, if the color is red, it may assume. Here the pronoun it represent the previous sentence right here. Obvious, that's a subordinate sentence. It is, the color is red. If the color is red, well, like if the state of the feces, medically perspective, it is something wrong with this. Okay, with the person who emitted that feces, it may assume that the user, okay, has, hey, no. When we say may, you don't have to say might here. So might is modal auxiliary verb, which always be followed by the bare infinitive, like 동사원형. So no. So it just simply fixed by getting rid of the modal auxiliary might. So we already used may here. It may assume that the user has colorectal cancer. Ooh, that's huge. And intestine bleeding. Perfect. Also, good, but how about that? This device can also. This device can also is always the adverb also always follows can or other modal auxiliary. Will also, must also, okay, may also, can also, should also. So, the device can also distinguish users by the shapes of, in essence. Wow, you're very blunt today. You know what it means, blunt? You're so blunt today. I like it, There's nothing you should be ashamed of. All right? You're blunt. That's good. Okay. All right. Good. So far, so good. If you were possibly going to get one of those, do you really want to get it? Install it to your house? So you're totally fine with the shocking news given by the machine, and the machine is activated by the AI medical advice, like there is an AI advisor, and every day I think you need to go to the internal testing doctor. I think you may have some problem on your colon. Your intestines are highly infected by viruses, or you may develop some kinds of cancer. Is that okay? Every day you hear that? What about urine? You urinate into it. Urine, like a 소변, you urinate it. Your urine is now under investigation, analysis. Now I can tell you that your urine is also full of blood. That's funny. But I don't want it at all. Why should I? So you should carry on the burdens and worries every single day. So you are terrified to poop, you're terrified to pee. I want to use those two words, peep and poop. Okay? Oh my gosh. But you never know. In medical science, good. Researchers from University of California. I got it. Is it the University of California? Is it Caltech? Like there's too many fake UCLA, like UC Berkeley, UC, and too many fakes. Yeah. And yes, there was a guy, he assumed that he graduated from Seoul University. Really? He said, Seoul University. What did you say? Seoul Cyber University. Este. All right? And they just, okay, sorry. And the University of California analyzed what? The number of nose hair? Really? The number of nose hairs. Okay. Why should I say hairs? Because when you put every hair together, you will never say hairs. Oh, you have so many hairs. That's wrong. Oh, you have much hair. That is okay. When you put every hair that you have on your scalp, right? Scalp like a toupee, then we just simply say hair. When we just got 1, 2, dong, 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 dong. Oh, I got many hairs. Why now? Because you can count them. You understand? Can you count? So you can't count, just there's no possibility for anybody to count the number of hair, have a number of things. We just try to recognize that thing as uncountable now. But when you see like 5 or 6, we got strands, 줄거리, strands of hair. Yeah, you can say, oh, I got 6 hairs pulled out. I think I'm going to be just like my dad, who is bald. So hairs. But here, hairs. All right? Understand? Because you can see them. Hairs. They discovered that the cancer patient... Ooh. Well, you're very serious to cancer. Why cancer? The cancer patients... No. You didn't say hair. You didn't put the apostrophe here. But why don't you just say the cancer patients have... Oh, no. Not here. The cancer patients have... excuse me. Fewer nose hair than... Oh, you have than here. Than ordinary person. Okay, no, it's not. 평균 사람, the average person. Or the healthy person. The average healthy person, okay? The average first person, or just average person. It's great. That's great. This invention is quite phenomenal, right? This can't be one of those candidates for the winners of Ig Nobel Prize. Okay, question. Would you say it? Why would you recommend it if someone asks you to choose one article? Okay. This is your question and answer. I want to recommend I would recommend the second paragraph. Is it paragraph? Okay. Excuse me. Because you don't need comma here. Because는 접속사이기 때문에. Because it's no. It receiver's Korean? Oh. It okay. Discuss Dr. P, Dr. Park, all right, comma, a Korean 대문자 recipient. What's a recipient? You don't know recipient? 수상자, 수령자, 수혜자, recipient. And his invention, okay, good. Or I will get rid of this and the conjunction because let's use this. The rest, his invention can be used. Invention. Useful in our daily lives. Okay. Can be or might be. Okay. Okay. I respect this part. But this is my suggestion. And his invention, this is my suggestion, okay? Comma, which has practical implications. What does implication means? Applications, I'm sorry. Practical applications in daily lives. All right? This is only my suggestion. So in his inventions, 선행사, at which 관계대명사 has practical applications in daily lives. Good. Question 2 is Ig Nobel Prize is quite different than I thought. Why would you say that? Huh? The Ig Nobel Prize. Here, you can put here contrary. What does that mean, contrary? 대조적으로. Contrary to my expectation. Okay? This is better. Okay? Oh, expectation. Expectations. All right? Anytime you wish to express that something that you thought was this way but turned out to be the other way around, then you can say, oh, contrary to my expectations. 예상과는 달리. Okay? 예상과는 달리. Anytime. I wish I could see it next time. So the Ig Nobel Prize, contrary to my expectation, is quite interesting. All right? Here we go. Quite interesting. But not a useless, it's impractical. Why wouldn't I say useless? Rather than that, I would say impractical. You got to know such ideas that most people think are ridiculous can also be functioning as indicators. There are people out there who might bring out a brilliant, innovating ideas at some point in the future will actually be used by inventors or designers, and then they would try to make our lives better. Then the idea is like, you say the feces. It's good. It's nice. I wish I had one, but I told you I would not. But someone might out there be using. Okay, however, I think the Ig Nobel Prize might impact everyday lives. Okay. How about that? Might have significant impacts on everyday lives. Okay. No, not good. Much like the Nobel Prize. Like is it prizes does on academia. Okay? 여기 왜 does 쓴 것 같아? 여기지 이거. have impact on. 이걸 선생님 뭐라 그래? 대동사로 그러지. 이 대동사 앞에 있는 거를 쓸 필요 없어. 근데 왜 on만 쓴 거야? 여기 있기 때문에. on을 써주는 게 맞아. Okay. If you were one of those inventors, what would you invent? If I were one of those inventors, I would. Not I want to, I would. You don't want to, but you would. When you say I want to, blah, blah, means you really do. But when you say I would, means you force me to say something else that it possibly pleases you, then I will say it. 네가 시키면 할게. Like kind of thing you can say, I would. But when you say I want to, absolutely I want it. But you absolutely don't want it. So this is like what? You're forced to say. Then okay, I would. So I would invent a teleport. Didn't you mention this before? Okay, teleport. What? I would invent a tablet machine. Teleportation. The real terminology. Okay, teleportation machine. Woohoo! I don't want to be the first user. The whole molecular problems will, cast on me. Then I will be turned into a flies, like 1,000 flies, or like deformed monsters. Okay, using what? Using no. Which can, is it can? Which would transport human? Really? Humans. No limits. I don't like it. Oh, you can earn money. No. You can transport humans. That's okay. Without limitation. Oh my gosh. And it would become a lucrative. You know what lucrative? Lucrative means 황금성이 뛰어나, 돈이 되는 사업. Lucrative business. For me. That is a problem. You should get rid of that desire to be super rich. You're not going to be next Elon Musk. Okay?